All right, and if we go to the art supply store now, man, it's like going in circles. Today was one of those days where one place after another. I hope everybody's doing good right now. Let's keep moving. Let's keep moving. So I got the messages from I saw on DM. I got messages from people who want me to send them the link to the free video workshop on what would I do if I were to start from scratch, from zero, from nada, from no, zero, nothing. Nothing. What would I do? So yeah, that's something that I talked about right now, and I want to be able to give a gift to my amigos, my artist amigos, who are, man, we're trying to move. We're trying to get stuff done. You know, you wanna get some artwork out there. You want to sell some artwork. This is a very interesting time. What's up, Roger? This is a very interesting time for sure. I remember when I first started. When I first started from nothing, from scratch, a mundo, from zero, the feeling of, man, I got 2 jobs. I'm working on the weekends. I'm doing side jobs, side hustles. I used to be what would you call it? Like a handyman, right? Like, yeah, doing, but I didn't do repairs. I would do more like additions and carpentry and drywall and that type of stuff. And I would do that on the weekends. I would like many Americans, you know, wake up early, go to the first job, come out, go to the second job, or if the first job allowed me to work 2 shifts, the more the merrier. And then on the weekends, work side hustles. I used to do interior and exterior, but mainly interior construction. And yeah, those are some hard days. I mean, today I'm sometimes I complain and I'm like, oh my God, it's so difficult. But no, compared to those days were very difficult. And still not have enough to show for, you know. Still feel like I can't take care of myself, take care of my family. I could take care of myself, but not my family. Just barely, you know, just feeling like I could barely take care of my family, and wanting to develop my artwork. Always been an artist, so wanted to develop my artwork. Where can I take it? Where can I go next? My story is not. It's not like I hear some artists out there who just started. I don't know. They went to art school or something, and they started creating artwork, and maybe because of the way that they created artwork, or somehow they got lucky or whatever. I don't know. All of a sudden they have a lot of followers on Instagram, or they have a lot of buyers or whatever. That wasn't my story. I don't even know whose story is that, but it certainly looks that way when you go online. It looks like some people just have it easy. At least it looks that way, right? My story was not easy. My story was very difficult. I was born in Mexico. I'm an immigrant. I don't come from immigrant parents. I am the immigrant. And so I ended up here working 2 shifts, working weekends, just doing whatever I could to try to earn some income. try to put something together, and still feeling that necessity to create artwork, feeling that necessity that, oh man, I can't go another day without creating something. I have to carve out something sometime at 2, 3 in the morning so that I'm able to create artwork. And so I get it when artists feel like, you don't understand, Jose. My story is different. My struggle is real. I get it. I don't understand because everybody's different, but I can empathize because I've been through some struggles and hardships myself, just like I'm sure most people or everyone. But what kept me moving and kept me inspired, I guess, were the little wins. I started tapping into what I call little wins, right? The little wins. What I mean by this is that I was noticing around me, different artists, friends, and community of artists, that they were very centered around the big win. The big win is like you have a big gallery show and you sell out the entire show, or you tap into the print business and all of a sudden you are getting checks just for printing your artwork, right? For prints of your artwork. Those are the big wins. And everybody around me was centered around the big wins. I sold a painting on a gallery for $10,000 or whatever. Those are some big wins, right? For me, they were, anyways. And I saw everybody, just about everyone around me, and I had a pretty big size group of friends, artists and poets and musicians, and everybody seemed to be interested in the big wins. When we make it big, or I have an art show, and it was like this big cool thing, huge art, priced at $10,000, $20,000, $30,000, and just constantly looking for the big win, or even priced at $1,000. Right, looking for that big win. I can make $1,000 in just one painting. If I could just do one of those every single day, I'm good for, something like that. Or if I could sell one, right, one a day, or whatever, one a week, or whatever. But it seemed like this big win. And me coming from a more humble background, to say the least, as an immigrant, I had a different attitude than most of my fellow Americans, my compadres. I had a different attitude. My attitude was like, yeah, sure, I want the big win. It's not like I was asking for less, okay? It's that I was asking for anything. It wasn't that I was asking for less. See, there's a difference. There's a difference between asking for less and asking for anything. People confuse those two. When I started learning about the little wins, it completely changed my life. It radically. It's just like a 180 turn, and it was difficult for me to explain it to people, because when I try to talk about it with people and friends and family, they will look at me almost like if I was a beggar, like if I was begging. Oh, it's because you're trying to get nothing for your work, or you're trying to get nothing for your. And I'm like, no, it's not that. I too am trying to get the $20,000 painting, selling the $20,000 or $200,000 piece, whatever. I too am looking for that. But I'm not going to sit on my ass and worry and cry if I'm not getting the $20,000 sale. Can I get $1,000 sales? Can I do that? Can I get $4,500 sales at the same time that I'm looking for the $20,000 sale? And so it completely changed my outcome, because my mindset changed. And so I moved I didn't completely move from the big win. I love big wins. I love when I sell large art. I love when I sell an entire series of paintings. I know some artists out there are selling the idea that, oh, look, this is what you do and you'll sell your entire series of paintings. I love the big wins, but I don't shy away from the small wins either. As a matter of fact, the small wins were the most consistent way that I would get paid, and I still get paid consistently with small wins, because they add up very fast. And yeah, I look for the big wins. I look for the for the big gallery show. I look for the big sale. And when I do coaching, I'm looking for the $1,000 coaching session, of course. But I don't shy away from the $300 an hour coaching session, and I certainly don't shy away from a $49 workshop, or even a $20 monthly subscription. I don't shy away from those things, because they all combined create massive wins. But if you combine them, if you just get one thing and you're hoping that you're going to get your bread and butter from that, it's very difficult. But I started learning the small win, and I started paying attention to it. I started paying attention to the small win, which is something that none of my peers, none of my friends, none of my siblings looked at it with good eyes. And I say none of my siblings because I have a very large family, and people were looking at me like I was crazy. I remember telling a friend, "Hey, dude, I think I'm onto something with this eBay auctions thing." This was about 9 years ago. I told a friend, and he told me, "Really?" I was like, "Yeah. I think I'm onto something." I was like, yesterday I made $200, and it wasn't that difficult. And he looked at me. He's like, $200 for a painting? I was like, no, it was like 4 paintings. It was like 4 studies. And he was like, "Oh no, dude, you're crazy. No, I would never do that." And then he went and told other friends that I was just bananas, that I went bananas. And I was like, "Well, how much would you sell a painting for?" And he's like, I wouldn't sell a painting for anything less than $1,000. I was like, "Yeah, I mean, I understand. By the way, I sell lots of $1,000 paintings today. But I don't think I could have gotten to the $1,000 paintings that easily had I not opened my arms to everything," which is the concept that I was talking about in the beginning of this conversation, or monologue, I guess, because it's just me. You guys aren't listening. I know you guys are. But when I changed my mindset from you know what, I'm not asking for less, I'm asking for anything. This is worth writing down, my friends. It's not asking for less. It's not that I'm asking for less. I'm asking for anything. Because when you're hungry, you're not asking for less. When you're hungry, I don't care if I have a big surf and turf dinner, or if I just have, I don't know, a taco, right? One taco. I don't care what it is, because I'm hungry. I need to make this thing work. I'm hungry. So I don't care if it's a $200 little commission or it's a $2,000 bigger commission. To me, it's all the same. It makes no difference to me. Somebody calls me and says, "I would like a commission from you, Jose." I don't go, "Oh my God, is this a big one or a small one?" I don't care. I don't care what size or what price is it. Not that I'm selling myself short. No, I have prices for different appetites. I have the $20,000 commission, corporate commission, okay, for a corporate business, or putting art in a hotel in Japan or in Germany or whatever. I've done that, by the way. I don't mind that, and I don't mind the $200 11 by 14 or 12 by 16 inches on canvas. To me, they're all the same. It means the same thing to me because my mindset changed. I started looking at everything with good eyes. I started looking at the little stuff with good eyes because the little stuff moved me forward. It propelled me. And then every now and then I would hit a home run. But what I started learning to do was that if you don't swing, if you don't bat, if you don't swing, you're never going to hit anything. Okay? But if you keep hitting something because you're swinging, every now and then you're going to hit a home run. And when I tapped into this, it completely revolutionized the way that I was doing things. I was only focused on the big wins. Man, when am I going to get the big exhibit? When are people going to find out my name? When am I going to become famous? When am I going to get those big sales? You know, I see some artists out there selling their work for $5, $6, $10, $20,000. When is that going to happen for me? Well, how about accepting anything in the beginning? Not less, anything. There's a huge difference between that. Between accepting less is you having a $20,000 painting or a $2,000 painting, and someone saying, you know what, I'll only give you $200 for it. And that's the only person that you have that is interested in your painting, and you're in need, and you're like, oh my God, okay, all right, well, I guess I need the $200. That's taking less. That is not what I'm about. Okay? Now, by the way, if you have nothing going on, you probably have to do that. If you have zero things going on, right? But what I'm about is have so many things going on at the same time that you don't have to take less, but you'll take anything because you have so many things going on. You don't have to take less. You don't have to undersell your paintings. People seem to think that I undersell my paintings on eBay because I auction them. And I start the auctions at 99 cents, at $1. And people tell me, oh man, you're underselling your artwork. No, I'm not. I'm taking anything for those pieces. And then I have pieces that I take something else. And then I have pieces that I take something else. Right? I have pieces that I take $100. I have pieces that I take $1,000, and on and on. I have different artwork in different places because I understood this principle of small wins. Have small wins. Allow them to come in. And so this is something that I'm going to, if you like this, what I've been sharing so far, this is something that I'm going to be teaching you in a free workshop. Okay? This is going to be a free workshop about what to do when you're first starting. One of the principles is take anything. It doesn't mean take less. Okay? It means take anything. Any job that comes your way, take it. If it's a commission and you can do, if you can't do it, it's fine. You move on. But if it's a commission and you can do a commission, take it. Take it because it's going to start moving the needle forward. And it's going to start. And I'm going to show you techniques. I'm going to show you strategies. Okay? About how to start moving that forward when you have nothing. You don't have an audience. You don't have any friends. You don't have nothing. You don't even have a series of paintings. You're barely getting started, and you know how to paint. Maybe you stop for a while and you have a few paintings here and there, or maybe you only have 3 or 5 paintings or whatever. I want you to start thinking about small wins. How can I start putting together small wins? Because I need to start winning. Part of the principle is you need to start winning. Anything that you can win at is going to make you move forward. It's a push. You know, anything that you can win at, it's a push. If you can sell a print for $20 or whatever, it's a push. Maybe you can't sell a $200 print right now. You know, maybe you don't have the audience for it. Maybe you don't have the self-esteem for it, because also it's part of it is self-esteem. If you feel like you're winning, you start raising your prices and you start playing with all those ideas because you feel like you deserve it, because you feel like you're winning. And so there's a lot of psychological attitude involved in it, a lot of psychological stuff in it. When you start winning more because you start believing. And so I want to start planting the seed in other artists about just start winning. Take anything. You don't have to take less. Okay? Anything means if a $100,000 commission comes your way, take it. If a $100 commission comes your way, also take it. Take anything. Take so much that you get to a point where you can say no to some things. You can be like, I ain't got time for this because I've taken so much, right? I got so many things going on. Today, when people tell me, hey, you got 20 minutes? Can we chat for 20 minutes on the phone? I'm like, I'm sorry, I can't. Like, I got all this other shit going on. I can't do that. There was a point where I was taking 15-minute phone calls, coaching artists. Hey, I'll do a 15-minute call. Let's chat. Let's see if I can help you. Let's see what I can solve. Let's see how I can help you in 15 minutes. I did that. I think I announced it. Maybe I advertised it. I didn't even pay ads for that. I advertised that for, I don't know, maybe a couple of weeks, maybe a month at most. And it got to the point where I got overwhelmed. It was just so many artists, trying to have a phone conversation with me, that I was like, oh, dude, I can't do this anymore. And so I stopped talking about it. I was like, I gotta stop talking about that one. I can't do that anymore. It's too much, right? It's too much free phone calls. But those free phone calls opened up to other opportunities. And so I started taking so much to the point where I couldn't take anymore because I had other stuff going on. And you can come back to it and you can move forward with it also. If you start doing commissions and then you get to a point where you have so many small commissions, you can start saying, you know what, I'm going to chill right here because there's so much of it. Depending on your time and how you like to work. Some people just want to do one commission a week. So other people want to do one commission a day if they can, right? Depending on how you would like the flow of your lifestyle. So that's what I wanted to share with you right now. This is going to be part of the free workshop on what to do if I was just starting out from scratch. What do you do? How do you move forward? By the way, it's a great concept. Take anything. Yeah, Jose, but from who? How? Well, I'm going to show you how and from who. And how do you start making those little wins? How do you start getting those? They're so important. Little wins, man. They're so important. I love me some big wins. I love getting those big fat paychecks. I love getting those fat, huge checks. They do show up from time to time, but most of the time I get small ones. They're small ones. They're smaller. They're not huge. They're not. Oh, thank you. They're not this big thing. How's it going, guys? Muy bien, bien. ¿Y tú cómo estás? ¿Portándose bien? You guys behaving?
Always.
Yeah.
Never.
Never. That's a good answer. Never. Man, I need a haircut. The Rona hair is real. Look at that. Look at some real Rona hair. Let's see. I'm here to get some paint, guys. Look at that. I have my list. So here's some of the paint that I get. Iridium. Let me just take 2 of these since I'm here already. Might as well. Sorry about the shakiness, guys. And I did 2 of these. See, so look at the prices. It's $14, $15. I use the $15 ones. Every now and then I'll buy, depending on the colors that I want to play with. But for the most part, I buy the $15 ones. They're about $15. They're not bad, especially if you do a lot of work. I need some blue. I need some phthalo blue. Let's see what else is in our list. 2 red. 6 white, 1 blue, 1 viridian. Yeah, my handwriting is like horrible. Yellow and red I already got, so I just need the white. Yeah. So 6 white. So this is the white I like to get, the soft mixing white. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's take the last one. 7. Yeah. So, believe it or not, that white will last me about 2 days. Yeah. I'm not kidding. It lasts me 2 days. Let me get some brushes while I'm here. A couple of those little brushes. So these are the brushes that I like to use, guys. So these are the Simplest Simmons number 10. They're not expensive. Look, it's $4 a brush. I go through them like super fast. I take a few of this. Whoops. Oh man. This number, what are they? Number 4? Number 4. Round ones. All right.
That's it.
All set with that? Ooh. Man, it's hot. Arizona's hot. Arizona is a mucho caliente place. I'd love to see what you guys think about what I've been chatting about. There's gonna be a free workshop, like I mentioned. What would I do if I started from scratch? And some of this stuff that I was talking about here is going to be included in that workshop. If I start from zero, from nada,
I can take you on this other side.
what would that mean? No email list, no audience, no
Thank you.
no past sales, nothing. If I was just like, dude, give me something, you know? I need something. I need a sale. I need a commission. I mean, whatever, you know? Uno más. Dame uno, por favor. Dude, one. Sorry about that, guys. I had a phone call that I have to take care of. Let's have this one. Thank you. Appreciate that. All right, guys. So I'm gonna let you go. Those of you who want the free workshop, DM me, and I'll send you the link. All right. Peace out.